Hello and welcome to Tungsten Tales. My name's Mackenzie Cadman and here we are previewing every first round game of the William Hill World Darts Championship with Macy Ace, Chris Mason. So last on Friday we see 16-time world champion Phil the Power Taylor take on Chris Dobey, in which it could be a good game to watch, but I think Phil may bring back his form that we saw at the World Match Play early on.
Yeah, I can't see him not on his last Worlds coming fully prepared. He's been very quiet. I've not heard from him for a couple of weeks, and that's unusual. So I presume he's away deep in training. Yeah.
What kind of preparation would a 16-time world champion be doing going into his last ever world championship?
He just needs time on the board. Yeah. He was a relentless, practicer. He would do 3 hours with me from say 10 till 1, and then bring in another player and do 7 till 10 at night, literally, and play 60 legs in each session. He wouldn't put them down, and in the afternoon, if there was an area of his game that he wasn't happy with in the morning session, he would put it right. He was, when you think what he's done over the years in terms of the dart shape, style, flight, everything to change and then be successful with those. I always said he could have thrown biros with a bit of paper stuck in the end and still hit 100 averages. That was just the way he was, and I just can't see him going out without giving it his all, like we've seen in the match play. But for me, I just fear that was his swan song, the match play. That was his last hurrah for me. I'm just not sure the way he's been, and I'll probably get some stick for this, but the way he's been treated, all we see is what goes on in front of camera. You don't see what goes on behind camera, and everybody's got their own opinion, and I know what I see, I know what I hear. And sometimes, he's brought up the respect word, and maybe in some cases he doesn't, but in others he got too much over the years. So, maybe it's a bit of karma, I don't know. But up against a very, very talented young man in Chris Dobey.
I saw on Twitter earlier on in the week, Chris is very excited for the game. Who wouldn't be playing the 16-time world champion?
I'd rather be playing him now than when I had to play him, that's for sure.
I think he's going to give him a game.
Yes.
It just depends what Phil Taylor turns up, and if you haven't heard from him from a couple of weeks, we can expect the best from Phil. Yeah,
I mean, Dobey's one of these that he's still on the learning curve. He's another one of these players, I use the term, earning while he's learning. He's in a great position. I believe he's with Tommy Gilmore, the same management company as Michael Smith and Gary Anderson and a couple of others. So he's in good hands. This is going to be a game that will test his mentality more than his ability. He's got to play what's in front of him. Don't worry about that it's Phil Taylor. If Phil Taylor's hitting 85s, you hit tons. If he's hitting tons, you hit 140s. And not get involved, because Taylor's the magician at mind games. The tactical magician. He will already try and play him in the practice room. And Gary will understand this. So Gary will say to him,
"Help him.
You practice somewhere else." There's loads of little spots within Ali Pali where the players are, where you can practice away from everybody else. Hopefully they'll take him away from there, put him on his own, have absolutely no contact with Phil until bulling up, walk away, and then see him on stage and then go from there.
Can Chris win or lose? Can he very much take a lot of experience from this game?
Absolutely.
And learn from it and use it for the next couple of years that he's got coming up?
Yeah, he's playing the governor. He is playing the governor. So win or lose, there's something to take from it. You've just got to remember every second you are. We took a lot for granted. And we could have, which is why I stress so much to the kids now that are around, and not necessarily the kids, but, the players in their 20s, 30s. Live every moment and capture those moments when you feel, when you've blown it in a game. And there's usually certain things that lead up to that point. So just put a mental marker in it and then take it with you and then remind yourself of that moment.
It's going to be great to see Phil at his last ever World Championship. Let's see how he gets on. Stay tuned here at Tungsten Tales in association with Windmill Darts for all post-match interviews with the players and any live updates at the William Hill World Darts Championship.